Well, we've had a pretty good record over the last couple of years. Our team is strong. We've had a few problems in the past, but I think we've come together and we should be good for tonight.
The Stanwicks, will they play a big part in the outcome?
I'm sure we will. We've played together for quite a number of years now, and we know what to expect of each other, and I'm sure we'll work well together.
Overall, is the side a closely knit combination?
Yes, we are. We're one of the only teams in the south that boasts an all-Australian team. There's no imports, and we work well.
Do you know much about Burnie?
Well, there's a few rivals there, guys I played in the state teams with, and I'll be looking forward to having a tussle with them under the boards.
Very best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Their opponents, Burnie, made the second round for 4 successive years, from 1979 to 1982, but could go no further. Will tonight see the northern side progress to a semi-final? Craig Robson.
Oh, I think we can do, if we play our hard game tonight. It'll be terribly hard as we're a pretty small team, and we could run into a bit of trouble in the rebounding department.
What's happened to Kerry Taylor?
Well, Kerry, or Stretch, is working in the bush. He's with the DMR doing road works and that sort of thing, and he couldn't find the time available to make it tonight.
No truth in the reports that he's been snowed in?
I don't know, I haven't heard anything, but that's quite a possibility with the weather we've been having.
Who are some of your big guns for tonight?
Well, we'll be relying on Michael Cox. He's been the point guard for us this year, and he's been playing quite well too, and also Shane Looney has been quite elusive in the fast break area, so hopefully he'll fire again for us tonight.
Very best of luck.
Well, thanks very much.
Joining me courtside in the commentary box, the dashing Don Hanson. Just on 3 minutes of the first half remaining. It's been tight.
Umpire just announced that there are 17 fouls on both teams, so any foul will now result in free throw.
How do you like that one?
No good. Traveling. The umpire signals that means he ran with the ball before he shot it. 3-point attempt, no good from Lodeman. Strong play, Brennan Stanwick.
The physical game, Don?
Yes, very strong, very physical. Brennan went to the Sports Institute in Canberra for basketball, and you can see it's really made him a strong and aggressive player.
No shortage of aggression from both teams. Robson off to Cox. Underneath is Donahue. Robson came in, followed up, couldn't quite convert. Perkunas away and running. Just on 2 minutes. Not quite. Stephen Cox. Tapped away in splendid fashion by Craig Lodeman. Earns a warm round of applause from the gathering.
Both teams are going back and forth as fast as they can. Very quick game. Must admire the umpires for keeping up with it. 3-point attempt, no good. All air, nothing on the glass at all.
Brennan Stanwick. Bit of fancy work. Have to be strong underneath that basket. Ooh. Just ask Barry Douglas how strong you've got to be. That's not very nice.
We were talking about violence in sport earlier. That was a bit unneeded. You know, that kind of stuff is just not necessary. You can see both teams goes in there hard for the ball, goes up strong. They crunch him from behind, and then all of a sudden he decides that wasn't enough. It isn't necessary at all. It's not part of basketball. It's a hard enough physical game. Both players have been ejected from the ball game. I think these are the first players we've ever had in the Top Shot series ejected from a ball game. Unfortunate incident, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Cooler heads should prevail, and especially in a game of basketball, but I guess there's always incidents like that can mar a good game. It's a pity. Both players were playing well and aggressive, but they'll sit down the rest of the night.
Anthony Smith, number 8 in the yellow. David Shattuck, number 10 in the red. See David to the right of screen.
You notice I said nothing about that free throw. Craig Lodeman, second one. It's up and good. Oh, goodness gracious. settle down, fellas. Game's getting very willing right now, and the crowd's really getting on to the players. Cooler heads need to prevail a little bit out there. That was a pretty ungainly push. Warren Stanwich goes to the line for 2 free throws. The way to play this game is on the scoreboard.
Two officials, Robert Donoghue and Stephen Lehman, Stuart Lehman, perhaps earning their cash this evening.
You bet.
New blood on the scene was David Shattuck. And again, rough and tough. The North and the South mixing it up in the third quarter final.
Well, which was in the land of cotton. Looks like the Civil War out there. Whoa. That's not how to block a ball. Shattuck up, first one's good. Go out to block the ball, you're supposed to keep your hand up straight in the air to avoid the foul, but that's getting a little bit slashy. Both free throws good. Perkunas doing it well on the scoreboard.
Anthony Smith working. Dead end. Firing off in splendid fashion, Craig Robson. Good skipper's goal, basket.
Perkunas up 30-24. You're going to do your fighting anywhere. The place to do it is on the scoreboard.
Craig Lodeman not quite. Darren Stanwyck, okay.
That's what put him in the Australian University team. That's good rebounding and good shooting. Darren Stanwyck.
Michael Cox off to Robson. New player on the scene, Anthony Smith. Oh, almost lost. Warren Stanwyck had it, lost it.
Greg Robson hit it last.
40 seconds remaining, first half. Perkunas by 9. Looking to add to that lead.
Nice rebound. Darren Stanwyck's to Warren Stanwyck. No good. 21 seconds remaining in the first half. Perkunas 33, Burnie Tigers 24. Still anybody's ball game. Burnie playing very physical and very strong, trying to upset the taller and more skilled opponents, Perkunas.
Michael Cox.
Well played.
Shane Looney mid-air. Does well.
And the score at halftime is Perkunas 33, Burnie Tigers 26. Right here we are back live at Warren with the score 32-26. There's been a correction on the score. 2 players sent off in a controversial first half. And we're away for the big second half with a very tight ball game. Burnie down to Perkunas. Physical, rugged encounter here at the Warren Stadium.
Michael Cox on the move. Burnie Tigers need to keep in touch. Michael Cox speaking with the referee. All to no avail. Perkunas win the ball down. Fed off from David Shattuck. Shot coming from Craig Lodeman. Loose ball gathered by Warren Stanwyck.
Could hear the slap from clear up here in the commentary box. Coming across, there's the pass, goes down inside, and wham! Foul, and Perkunas get the ball back to live action.
Almost from Brennan Stanwyck. Perkunas hot favourites, title holders. Their big guns are firing. But Burnie have persisted. They've kept at it. Strength of Craig Lodeman. Big, strong fellow, isn't he?
Yes, excellent play.
Can't find the basket, the Perkunas side.
They're very cold, starting the second half out like poor old Stretch Taylor, the center for the Burnie Tigers, their tallest man, the one they hope would keep them in the game, is lost in the snow up at, not lost, but he's up in the snow in Cradle Mountain, couldn't make the game. So maybe the cold weather has affected Perkunas' shooting. I don't know. They're a better shooting side than that. Record holder, 125 points in one game.
They're a long way short of that mark at this moment.
Of course, you only play as good as the opposition lets you, and Burnie is doing an excellent job. Three-point play.
Warm applause for Craig Lodeman.
Outside the blue line, three-pointer.
The Tigers, let's see them do some snarling and fight back.
Well called. Right away, they're backing him. 35-28, Perkunas on top, but Tigers not giving an inch. Or a centimeter.
Shane Looney. Down on size, not down on desperation. The yellow and blacks. Looney working. Off to Cox. He's working as well. Underneath. Oh, the shot from Anthony Smith. Not quite. They'd worked out how to do it, just couldn't put it away. Up and over, Darren Stanwyck. The basket is good.
Magnificent drive. Good body control in the air. Avoided the charge and made a beautiful driving shot.
He flowed through the air with the greatest of ease, as did Craig Robson.
Typical Northwest team, plenty of desire, plenty of hustle. What they lack in height, they make up for with tough, aggressive play. A little too aggressive at that time. Craig says, I surrender. Lifts his arms up in the air. You can see him coming across here, pushing on the back. Foul number 14. That's 4 fouls on Craig Robson. If they lose him, they've lost a big score. Darren Stanwyck, 2 points.
Starting to generate some drive. Now Michael Cox. Fancy. Good steal. Craig Lodeman, look at him go. That was easy.
Coast to coast, no problems.
Anthony Smith. Oh, fine feed off.
Tenacious, aren't they, Burnie? They just keep coming back and coming back. What they lack in size, they make up in heart. Nice pass. Look at that. Didn't look. Saw him with his peripheral vision. Flipped it out. It's too bad he couldn't convert that, because that was a very nice pass. 2 shots. First one up. Good. Stephen Koch. Up. And good. Score 41, Perkunas, 32, Burnie. Still anybody's ball game.
Warren Stanwyck. David Shattuck, who came on after the altercation just before the long interval. Looks pretty polished. What do we know about him, Don?
Oh, he's a good player. He's Perkunas use a lot of players. They use their bench a lot. So it's not just the first 5 that play a whole game. They use their bench, and he's a good reserve, comes in and contributes well.
Off to Looney. A little bit unlucky, in and out. He's got some on the bench, and they've got one on the bench who hasn't made the grade, and that is your friend and mine,
Eric Paskovicius. Not on the court yet, but we should see some action.
Action there from Craig Lodeman.
Back now they look on the bench, he isn't here. No, good. Dear, oh dear. Shot, good. 2-pointer, not quite past the blue line, but a very nice shot.
The crowd with the locals. Burnie fighting against Perkunas, and a pretty parochial gathering here. Helps to have long arms and a reach. The Stanwicks.
You know, Warren Stanwyck's in everything. You see, every time there's a loose ball, you can just about see number 6 somewhere around it. Warren's a really good ball player.
Michael Cox leaping high.
Burnie could be in a bit of trouble. They've had 1 player sent off. You can see on the replay here, charging foul, hack, and so Burnie gets the ball. Burnie only have 1 more player left on the bench, and if they lose Robson with 5 fouls, they could be in big trouble. Short of personnel. They only brought 7 players down for this series with Stretch out in the bush someplace.
Fine work. Darren and Brennan combining in superb fashion. Touch, the order of the evening.
Excellent play.
Lead stretched to 13. The defending premiers looking the goods. Craig Robson. They all want purchase.
Boy, he hit the floor hard. He really went up for that ball. Both of them grasp it. You can see them both go up off the ball. Here we go, up. We both have a purchase of the ball, so it's just a jump ball. Good play by both players.
Mad scramble. Whilst they're scrambling, we can tell you that Ricky Donoghue left the court for the Burnie Tigers. Incurred the wrath of one of the referees, Robert Donoghue.
Like father, like son, I guess.
In play, who to? Anthony Smith off to Stephen Cox. Another Cox in action is Michael.
Gee, we got 3 sets, 3 brothers on one side, Perkunas with the Stanwicks brothers, 2 brothers on the other side, the Cox brothers. The father is umpiring. We've got a foul there from Brennan Stanwicks. I wonder if Grandma and Grandpa are in the stands too. It's incredible.
It's a family affair.
Family affair, for sure. Oh, low tackle.
Michael Cox has worked hard.
Both teams shooting over 50% this half, so it's excellent shooting half so far for both teams.
Craig Robson going for the fancy. He's had 4 fouls. That's clever.
Good defense, Craig Robson. Cut across and cut that pass off. Excellent play. Nice shot from the corner. No problems. Excellent outside shooter, Dave Loden.
Margin 13 points just on 13 minutes, so it's all the unlucky 13s in the third quarter final. ABC top shot. 2 semi-final bursts. Looks like Perkunas heading for one of them. Shane Looney. Run, catch me if you can.
Warren Stanwicks throwing himself about with mad abandon. Knocked the pass down, but Burnie take the ball out of bounds. Excellent play. Good hustle.
Robson. Michael Cox. Shot was short from Shane Looney.
Oh, unlucky. Probably the smallest player on the court. Couldn't quite convert the basket and is charged with the personal foul. Nigel Waters.
Long arms of Brendan Stanwick. These sort of physical games, as we watch that foul, Don, hard to referee?
Very difficult. And you must remember, it's much easier for us up here with instant replay and the fans who are sitting in a stationary position in the stands watching. The umpires are running too. They're running back and forth. They get a little tired, and there's a lot of bodies in the way of their vision. So it's a very difficult game to umpire. It looks easy, but it's very tough.
Fine shot from Craig Robson. They cover some territory during the evening, those referees.
And when you see all the players standing there in front of them and they've got to see through all that, it's a very difficult game to umpire. One of the most difficult of all.
Brennan Stanwick. 15 points. Perkunas lead, 12 minutes of play remaining. Steve Cox.
I think the umpire's lot in any game, Mr. Donahue there, who had to send his son off earlier after a small altercation, and any umpire has a very, very difficult time in every sport, but they're absolutely necessary, and without them, we couldn't have a game of basketball or a game of football, or a game of anything, so we should always play to their decisions, and they're no better or worse than any of the players out there. They make their mistakes, but they also do an awfully fine job. We've got to give the Zebras credit.
Anthony Smith, one of the smaller players, stolen by Brennan Stanwick. Runs the full length of the court. and is rewarded with a basket.
And hustling back to get in his defensive position. That's what you have to do, play both ends of the court. Strong play, Craig Robson, nice pass, but the Burnie player was inside that blue area there with the no smoking logo of the health department. And if they're in there for 3 seconds, they must give up the ball. Long shot, Dave Longman, no good. Warren Stanwyck's always around the ball.
Steve Cox, slippery, hip and shoulder.
You see Warren got all the way back down there, but he made a pretty crude foul on that, but it shows really good hustle. Here he comes, fast break, nice bounce pass, Warren back, knocks Robson down, misses the basket, but he'll go to the free throw line to attempt 2 shots. Craig Robson. Been playing on the Northwest Coast a long, long time. Wouldn't like to count the number of games he's played in. What? Question? Having a little discussion? No, it's up and good. Score, Perkunas 55. Burnie Tigers slightly falling away, 39. Nice drive. Umpire signals, basket is good. And the 2 points count, and we'll go to the free throw line for 1 shot.
That's Stuart Lehman doing the officiating or adjudicating. Perkunas leading by that comfortable margin of 18 points, and we're just under 11 minutes away from time. Man on screen, Darren Stanwyck.
Tasmania's representative in the All-Australian University team to play in Japan. I think that's just such an enormous effort to have one of our players in the Australian side. Just an excellent job, Darren Stanwyck.
From the sidelines, Craig Loman, not quite. Perkunas giving the impression of just being prepared to do enough.
Oh yeah, they're strong. You can play a physical game against Perkunas, but they'll give it to you right back. They're a strong side. Nice interception.
Shane Looney, oh, lost it. With all the hard work. David Shattuck. Lonely place, the backcourt. That's Darren. And the grunt, wow, was from Brennan.
That was a nice rebound. He went up strong. Brennan's very, very strong player. Up he goes, takes it right away. Never fouled anyone, went up in between. And you can see number 10 there pushing on him strong, Stephen Koch. And so the ball goes to Perkunas. Excellent play, Brennan. Not such a good shot, but follows it nicely. And this will be an interesting one. Umpire could have been either a charge or a block. He called the block because the player wasn't stationary. Should be able to see just exactly why I call it. Ball comes off, see the player coming there, see him move across in front of him. He was not stationary. Good call, umpire. Good call.
Let's work it back. Off we go. Stephen Cox. Cross court, Shane Looney.
Nice move, Shane. Bad luck. Robson still in there struggling against the taller timber. Excellent effort, Craig Robson. You deserve the ball out of bounds on that. Nice hustle.
Under 10 minutes. Comfortable Perkunas. 18 points. Would be reduced. Robson for the tip in and decked again. Players from respective teams have spent a little time on the floorboards.
Yes, a very aggressive game. This is a nice play. Ball goes up. Robson up strong, grabs it, and gets pulled down by Warren Stanwyck. Hooked him on the shoulder, pulled him down. He'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Craig's playing really strong ball game here. Tough on the boards. Probably not as old as that other fine player from the Red Hoppers that we saw the other week, but both have seen a lot of basketball on the Northwest Coast. Here we go. We've got our towel people out here again. Send a player out this time with it. Wipe that sweat off. It's devastating on the floor. It's very slippery. Player steps in that, could break a leg very easily.
Getting plenty of advice too on how he wipes the floor, Craig. On the
yeah. Good sanitary. Wipe the floor, wipe your face, keeps everything nice and fresh. Nice shot, Craig. First one's up and good. Looks a bit like Van Gogh, don't you think, with that?
I'm not as old as you, Don.
Well, I'm not that old either, but I read books. Hey, Van Gogh. 41-57.
Perkunas working, looking to stretch that lead. And they do ever so well. Brennan Stanwyck.
Fine rebound, went up with one hand, grabbed the ball, put it back in. Nice touch, Brennan Stanwyck.
Just a flick of the wrist.
That was nice. Very good.
See if Shane Looney can do justice from the sidelines. The running Craig Lodeman. Will he fire? He will. Will he score? He won't.
Looney up a mile there to knock it away from the much taller opponent. Burnie still working hard, but Perkunas' superior height and experience telling on this game.
David Shattuck. And the height, as you did suggest, John. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Darren. In strike. Hands on hips.
That's his knees.
Fair enough. He copped one in the nostrils earlier on the season.
Yes, he did.
Look at this one.
I think he got it in the eye. He closed his eyes. Umpires didn't feel sorry for him at all, did they? They said, no, you're in the lane 3 seconds. Tough break, Darren. Give the ball away.
Graham Watkins on the scene, the youngster. Let's try Mark Radford. Let's get the colours right.
Three-pointer, Craig Robson. Oh, and it's good. Devastating shot. Long way away from the basket. It deserves a smile, too. Well done. Right back at you. No good. Nice rebound. Oh,
How do you like that?
Welcome to the stands.
Michael Cox keen to acquaint himself with
Right.
some of the gathering.
Right up in the third row. Look at this. Has a hustle, loses the ball, goes after it, and says, look out, here I come. Wow. What do you give him on the dive? About 6 points, I reckon. Score of 6. A nice shot, Brennan Stanwyck. It's lucky there were some soft bodies up there to went right into the wall.
17 points. Here's the youngster, Mark Radford.
Nice pass.
Stephen Cox converted. And Stephen Cox on screen.
That was a real nice pass from the youngster. Look at him hustle. If I'm in this game, I'm going to show what I can do.
Michael Cox. Here's the young fellow.
Nice travel. Took a step there. Mark Radford making the most of his opportunities, handling the ball well, passing well. Top shot, 85, third, quarterfinal. Perkunas up 61-46 and looking all the marks that they're going to be a tough team to throw in our top shot series this year. Craig Robson still pushing, still having a go.
Just on 7 minutes remaining. Second half.
Bad luck. They're passing the ball well, Burnie. They're playing hard. Outman. Lost their big center up in the snowstorm. Don't have a height. They're really battling all the odds right now.
On the sidelines.
There's that height advantage. Look at that.
1, 2, 3. It'll come eventually.
Once they get inside, there's not much that Burnie can do because they're too tall. They've got to keep boxing them out, pushing out away.
Stephen Cox tries to go all the way. Mixes it up with the big fellows.
Tug of war. Tie. We're going to have a jump ball. Here we go. Up. Both players grab for the ball. Yes, sir. British Bulldog. Oh, nice play. Rescued right on the line by Brennan Stanwyck. Dave Lodeman. Nice block. The too tall Darren Stanwyck.
Michael Cox has persevered.
Boy, you got to admire Burnie. They are just fighting this game out every inch of the way. They just can't convert.
Stephen
Still
Cox.
can't. But they get a foul here. Shattuck, no, not sure who the foul was on there.
Mark Radford doesn't look too old.
No, gets his chance. Fire your redhead.
Any predictions?
Yes, I think he'll make the first one.
Cool under pressure. Let's see him do it again.
He really is. He's played well since he's come on, handled the ball well, fed off, scored a point. Brandon Stanwick's no good, but there's that height advantage again. Oh, nice tip in, Warren Stanwick. Perkunas really taking advantage right now, playing well. Burnie in it and playing it all the way. Nice pass to Craig Robson and nice goal.
Stanwick's enjoying this evening.
65-49 Perkunas. There's another one. They're everywhere. Stanwick's, Brendan, 2 points.
The lead now 18, 5.5 minutes remaining.
Brendan Stanwick's 27 points for the game, leading scorer.
I'm sure the Marty's combination, who are represented this evening, will be watching with interest as to Perkunas performing on court.
Oh yes, they've played plenty of times. Be a great struggle.
Loadman fires. The big guns are up. Brennan Stanwick.
29 points.
But boys, it's really now.
Oh yeah, Burnie have really thrown everything into this ball game. They've tried as hard as they can. They don't have a single player on the floor right now as tall as the shortest Perkunas player. They score, but Perkunas quick to retaliate with 2 points. So that's just a break-even point. 71-51.
Radford to Cox. To Looney. Stephen Cox. Ian Michael. The brothers. Radford working. Pretty hard when they're gathering around as such.
Here he goes. Nice drive by the young player. Goes up, and he's fouled by Loadman. So he'll go to the foul line to have a shot with a score. Perkunas 71, Burnie Tigers 51. Young Mark Bradford to the free throw line, shooting a 1-on-1 situation. Both teams in foul trouble in the second half. First one's up. It's good. He gets a gift one for making the first one. He gets a second one called a bonus free throw. The 1-on-1 new rule this year. Both teams on over 7 fouls. Second shot up, and it's in and out. He gets a half a point for that.
Here comes Loadman. They bring it down quickly. Darren Stanwick is tall.
Strong and good. Nice score. Watch this. Gets the rebound. Forces his way up with strength. Is fouled in the act of shooting. The basket goes in. Ooh, that's a bad break for Burnie. That's 5 fouls on Shane Looney. So Shane Looney leaves the game. So Burnie have no more reserves. Their captain coach, Craig Robson, on 4 fouls. So if he gets another one, he's gone. Burnie could be down to 4 players before this game's over. Darren Stanwicks converts to a 3-point total. 74-52. Perkunas going away with it.
Just over 4 minutes. A semi-final berth is secured now for the top team.
3-point attempt. Stretch is probably still on his snowshoes trying to get to this ball game.
Fancy.
Nice shot.
Impressive.
Looking good now.
A sluggish start, but an effective second half. They've
wore him down, really. Burnie is all credit to them. They have fought this game out all the way through, but they're shorter. They just don't have the manpower to keep up the whole game going, but they've really tried and played excellent ball for a small side.
Michael Cox just missing.
Nice pass. Oh, unlucky. That was a nice pass.
David Shattuck off to Loadman. Fed well. Shot from Stanwick.
There's the way you get a rebound against the taller side. Craig Robinson put himself in an excellent position to get that ball. Nice pass off. Bad luck again.
That's better. Anthony Smith.
Oh, no. I just said that was going to happen. There goes Craig Robinson. I think that's his 5th foul. No, must not be. Oh, well, he's got plenty left. He's all right. That's only his 3rd foul. I've been wrong all along. Good deal. First one's up and good from Shattuck. And the second one is good. They extend their lead 78-54. Burnie Tigers, Northwest Coast, battling back strong in our statewide ABC basketball competition to find the best club team in Tasmania. Nice drive. Michael Koch.
Here's Nigel Waters on screen. Off to Craig Lodeman.
3 seconds. Brennan was standing in the lane too long.
Anthony Smith, under 3 minutes. 22 points the margin. Perkunas lead. The Stanwicks. Brennan. Stolen. Michael Cox. That was fancy. Shot from Smith wasn't effective. Bodies on the deck. Ball loose to Darren Stanwick.
Passed the ball very effectively.
Nigel Waters, and don't they love him?
Now, finally, Perkunas have put a smaller player on the court than Burnie. Excellent move, bad luck. Good play by Koch. Followed it up. 80-58, Perkunas going away. Long shot, Lodeman, no good. Brennan Stanwick's had it ripped out of his hands. Good hustle, Burnie.
Michael Cox, too tall, Darren Stanwick. Lopes along. Does it well. Hard to describe the way he galloped down the court, but he's looking something like a horse in motion.
That's right,
galloping along.
he runs with a gallop.
He was odds on to score that basket. Here he goes again.
He's fast for a big player.
He's copped a few biffs and cuffs this evening, too.
Oh, yes, he's a strong player. He'll play with anyone. Into traffic. Crash, foul. Stephen Koch sends the youngest of the Stanwicks, Darren, youngest and the biggest. Tallest of the Stanwicks. First one is up. Good. Could have been a goaltend call against Brendan there. You can see his hand reaching over the rim. That's not quite in the rules while the shot's up above the ring. Second on, up. No good. Boxed out well by Craig Robson again.
Radford.
Radford is playing very well. He passes the ball well, handles the ball well. Good-looking young player.
Seems to cope quite well, too.
Oh, yes.
He's just great at basketball.
Excellent. He's got good skills, and skills will help you no matter how tall you are. If you can pass the ball, handle the ball, and shoot, you can play. It doesn't matter how tall you are. Helps in the rebounding, of course, to be tall, but if you can put him in like that, that's 1 point to his credit. Second shot coming up. Up and good. Excellent play.
We might be seeing Mark Radford for the first time, but I'm certain it won't be the last.
No, he's got the skills. Long shot. Darren Stanwick's off the rim. No good. Recovered by Perkunas.
They mix it up in tight. The two youngsters.
There's that height again.
Slap of bodies and wrists.
They're getting so many shots. They've had 4 shots. This is the 5th shot, and it's good. 3-pointer. Brennan Stanwick's way out past the blue line.
Under 1 minute, and it's 26 points. Perkunas lead.
Nice pass underneath again. And we've got a foul on the shot. No, I didn't see what the call there was. I think it might have been goaltending. Yes, called goaltending, I believe. Goaltending is when a player goes up and strikes the ring or the net while the shot is above the ring, and that gives the team an automatic 2 points whether they make it or not. Goaltending.
Michael Cox behind the back. That's
pass.
excellent.
There again, you see the good teamwork of Burnie. They really pass the ball well. Excellent play. Here comes replay.
The smallest player
Behind
on the
the
court.
back. Nice pass. Nice feed off. Excellent play. Excellent. Craig Robson, long pass down the court again.
Radford's doing well. Back to Robson. Ginger Nut.
Yes. Radford's having a really fine second half. Exciting young ball player. Brennan Stanwick's excellent rebound, and is fouled by Stephen Koch, and so he'll go to the free throw line. Strong rebound up there. Player comes over the back and hits him. There he goes after the ball again. Look at that leap. He really is a strong player, Brennan Stanwick's. And another player from Burnie fouls off the court, Stephen Koch. And now we're down to 4 players for Burnie. You can keep in the ball game until you have one player left, and then you must forfeit the game. So there's still 3 players that can go out by the foul route and still be in the ball game. First one's up and pretty good. Counts 1 point.
Just 10 seconds remaining.
33 points. 34. Good scoring from Brennan Stanwyck.
66-88. 22 points the margin. Dying seconds of quarterfinal number 3 in ABC Top Shot.
Radford scores the last basket of our quarterfinal, seeing Perkunas end up easy victors, 20 points, 88 Perkunas, 68 Burnie Tigers, and Perkunas go into the semifinals.
Brennan, it seemed to take a while to eventually wear down a persistent Burnie combination. Was that how it was on court?
It certainly was. We took a while getting our offence going, and when we saw Burnie without their taller players, I think everybody got a bit of complacency about them and took it a little bit too easy to start with.
Fair amount of aggression out there early.
Oh, there certainly was. They were always a very aggressive team, Burnie, and we always like to play fairly aggressive team defence, but it slowly cooled down after a while.
You make a habit of performing well in these Top Shot games?
Oh, well, I try to. Basically, we just try to do a team effort. Everybody puts in, and you can only get out of it what you put in, and hopefully with our team, we'll go on to better things.
From the Credit Union of Tasmania, Dennis Fitzmaurice to make the presentation.
Congratulations, Brennan, again on winning the Man of the Match award. At the Credit Union of Tasmania, we will put this amount of $25 in your savings account, and all the best for the rest of the series.
Thank you very much, Dennis.
Good.
3 down and 1 to go. An impressive quarter-final performance this evening by Perkunas, who now join the Red Hoppers and Martys in the other semi-finals. Next week, it's the 4th quarter-final between Dodgers and Japara. I hope you'll join us. Until then, it's good night from Top Shot.